Imagine traveling back nearly 4,600 years to the golden sands of ancient Egypt, where a young king named Khufu, known to the Greeks as Cheops, gazes out over the Nile. It's a kingdom of power, innovation, and divine authority, and Khufu is about to leave his mark not just on Egypt, but on the entire history of human civilization. Today, we're uncovering the life, achievements, and mysteries of King Khufu, the ruler whose name is forever tied to one of the most awe-inspiring structures the world has ever seen, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Khufu was the second pharaoh of the Fourth Dynasty, a period that marked a pinnacle of power and cultural development in ancient Egypt's Old Kingdom. Born the son of Sneferu, a great innovator who perfected the art of pyramid building in his reign, Khufu inherited not only a prosperous kingdom, but also a legacy of architectural ambition. From the moment he ascended the throne around 2589 BCE, Khufu ruled over a unified and thriving Nile Valley, a region blessed with natural resources, fertile land, and a powerful centralized authority. But what would set Khufu apart from the rulers that came before and after was his creation of a monumental structure that would stand as a testament to human ingenuity for millennia, the Great Pyramid of Giza. This colossal tomb, towering at its original height of 146.6 meters, was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years. Think about that for a moment. It wasn't until the Middle Ages, with the rise of cathedrals in Europe, that humans built something taller than what Khufu achieved. So, how did Khufu and his people accomplish such a marvel? To this day, the construction methods of the Great Pyramid remain a topic of debate and fascination. Theories range from elaborate ramp systems to advanced stone-cutting techniques. What we do know is that around 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons, were used in its construction. It involved decades of labor and some of the most sophisticated engineering techniques of the ancient world. Thousands of workers, craftsmen, engineers, and laborers lived in nearby workers' villages where they were provided food, shelter, and medical care as they toiled toward completing this eternal masterpiece. Yet the Great Pyramid was more than just a tomb. It symbolized the pharaoh's divine connection to the gods. In ancient Egypt, the ruler was seen as a mediator between the mortal and divine realms, embodying the will of the gods on earth. The pinnacle of the pyramid, often believed to have been capped with a gold or electrum finish, was a direct link between the heavens and the earth, reflecting Khufu's power and his eternal presence among the stars. But Khufu's reign wasn't just about monumental construction. Politically, he presided over a centralized and highly efficient administration. Ancient texts give us glimpses of a well-organized bureaucracy that managed agricultural output, taxation, and temple activities. Surplus grain from the fertile Nile Delta not only fed the kingdom's population, but also ensured resources for massive state projects, like pyramid construction. Under Khufu, Egypt was a well-oiled machine, with its economy flourishing thanks to trade with neighboring regions. Cedarwood, copper, and precious stones were just a few of the imported goods that kept Egypt's industries thriving. Despite this prosperity, Khufu's reputation has been somewhat clouded by history. The Greek historian Herodotus, writing over 2,000 years after Khufu's time, painted him as a cruel and oppressive ruler who shut down temples and forced his people into labor to build his grand pyramid. However, most Egyptologists today take Herodotus' account with a grain of salt. Contrary to the image of Khufu as a tyrant, archaeological evidence suggests that the laborers who built the Great Pyramid were skilled workers who likely took pride in their participation in this monumental project. They were fed well, provided with medical care, and honored with dignified burials near the construction site. Beyond the Great Pyramid, Khufu's reign is shrouded in mystery. Unlike many pharaohs, he left behind only a few inscriptions and statues, and his mortuary temple has long since disappeared. Much of what we know about Khufu comes from later sources, such as the Westcar Papyrus, a Middle Kingdom text that portrays him as a wise and curious king, fascinated by the magical tales told by his courtiers. It's a reminder that Khufu's legacy is multifaceted, a blend of historical fact and mythical resonance. Interestingly, Khufu's pyramid complex also includes other significant structures. A pair of smaller pyramids, believed to have been built for his queens, the Great Sphinx of Giza, possibly a later addition, but still closely tied to his era, and a series of ritual boats buried near the pyramid. One of these boats, now painstakingly restored, reveals the sophistication of ancient Egyptian maritime engineering, demonstrating their ability to navigate the Nile and trade along its vast length. Khufu's pyramid became a template for future generations, inspiring subsequent pharaohs and cementing Egypt's reputation as the land of monumental architecture. But more than that, it has become a symbol of endurance. While many of the other wonders of the ancient world, like the Hanging Gardens of Babylon or the Colossus of Rhodes, have long since disappeared, the Great Pyramid still stands against the sands of time, a custodian of both Khufu's vision and humanity's capacity for greatness. As for Khufu himself, his tomb remains a tantalizing mystery. No definitive proof of his burial, whether in the king's chamber deep inside the pyramid or elsewhere, has ever been found. Like many ancient rulers, Khufu's ultimate resting place, and indeed many aspects of his life, remains an enigma, inviting explorers and scholars to continue the search. So what can we take away from Khufu's reign? Was he a master builder, a cruel despot, or a divine mediator between heaven and earth? The truth is likely a combination of all these facets. Khufu lived in an age where power was absolute, and his actions, whether admired or criticized, were fundamentally intertwined with the belief that he was fulfilling a divine destiny.